Alright, so we're back with part four, part four. And we just got finished talking about Halloween Resurrection, and we're talking about none other than Rob Zombie's Halloween. Like I said in the past video, I was definitely very afraid. So afraid. Because I hadn't seen any of his other movies. I mean, when you go to a movie theater, stuff like House of a Thousand Corpses and Devil's Rejects weren't exactly bringing me there, especially since I heard nothing about them, didn't even see a commercial, he's like, it wasn't really, telling me go. And I don't tend to, spend my money on movies that I'd never seen before. That I never heard about, and I had no idea what it was about. So, Redemption, I walked in and I saw it on opening day with my fingers like this because honestly, I just saw everything I wanted to see with when he went on Fuse and stuff and started showing clips. Michael Myers like right there when he's chasing her. It just seemed like such a more of intense movie. So this is the Rob Zombie era, the kind of redneck, dirty grimy filmmaking that he does. Loved it. Loved it because he took it and made it what a remake should be. And when he said reimagining, it wasn't like, oh, here's just another key term, for ripping off movie. It really was a reimagining. He took it and he made it in a sort of realistic way. Now, I know people don't really like it because, oh, well, I was abused, I didn't turn into a fucking serial killer, stuff like that. I mean, yeah, that's understandable, but some people do for less than that, less than that. I mean, if you just look at everyone, Dahmer, Ted Bundy, BTK, I mean, they all had to come from something, and it tries to explore the mind of a serial killer for a little bit. And to give Rob Zombie credit, he just wanted to do the first part of the movie. He wanted to do it separately. Now, and then he actually gives you a great he actually does what I said in the other video I did about the Scream 3. He makes Laurie save herself. He makes it in a way that we actually care about this girl. I actually cared. I was like, yo, man, like, oh my god, like he just killed her friends, She's like finding them all. He's carrying her around, although he doesn't want to hurt her. He doesn't hurt her. She does everything to herself, but he really goes after that girl. Really is after that ass. He's just like, no, where are you going? Pulls her out of the car and all that stuff. You know, like almost like hits her. Like with that stick in the ceiling and stuff. Like he just goes hard on her. He's just like, you're not going anywhere. You're coming with me. And that's what I like to see in a horror movie. If there's a center character and the the killer is going after that character, I really want to see that killer go all out to get that girl. I want to believe that she had to go through something to to get away from this guy. I don't want to see no Jamie Lee Curtis at that Halloween like, oh, I just got a scratch, and I just fell down the stairs, so I must have fractured my ankle or something. Yeah, no. By the end of that movie, she is bloody as hell, and she shoots him in the face, and she starts screaming, and I'm like, yes, yes, yes. This is like actual reaction people are gonna have, and I loved it. And then we get Halloween 2, which by this point I was excited for because the it's not like the other Halloween movies. When H2O came out, and then you hear Resurrection's gonna come out, and you're like, oh no, don't fuck it up. This was actually a situation where I was like, yeah, 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 because by the end of this, I really wanted to see the aftermath. I mean, I was thinking in my head, like what would I want to see? I want to see a relationship between Annie and Laurie. I want to see the aftermath. Yeah, Michael should come back, but I really wanted to see that development, and he delivered what I wanted. And Joe is there for proof because I kept on talking about it. Everything that I wanted to see was in this unrated director's cut, except for the ending. The theatrical ending, I loved. And Again, they do this thing where they do a little Halloween 5 sort of thing where instead of it's kind of backwards. It's like Halloween 5 happens first, and then the ending of Halloween 4 happens in this movie. Like she's connected to him or something like that. And it's weird and it's kind of psychedelic and stuff like that. But I liked it because it really explored her character, and that's what I look for in any movie. I want to understand and feel for this character because it only makes it more effective when someone dies or she's being chased after or something horrible happens. So by the end of this movie, we get the impression that she's supposed to, well, the theatrical version, which is the one that counts, that she's supposed to be, take the stake and become a killer. And honestly, if the next director has balls, he will do that. And let's talk about Halloween 3, because this, to me, I feel like this is good. This is good. It's not bad. I like it. I mean, I feel like it redeemed the series. This redeemed the series. It is not bad. It's good. Talking really quickly about the whole Halloween 3D thingy. The first thing, I mean, they announced it right after Halloween 2 came out, and the first thing you see after is 3D. How will Michael in 3D work? I can see Jason in 3D. I can even see Freddy in 3D because of the whole nightmare stuff. But Halloween in 3D, all the guy does is knife people up. You can't exactly get a good, 3D in that. So I was like, no. Plus, I felt like someone really needs to get into the nitty gritty of the story, especially with Scout Taylor Compton, with Laurie, and just try to devise something because I really do want to see them not pussy out and just fucking make her the killer. Do something, because I'm tired of it being suggested and being jerked around with and saying, and then they don't come through with it. I mean, stop suggesting it and just do it. I mean, just do it. I mean, it'll be a surprise, and if anything, it'll be original. It doesn't even matter if it's horrible. At least you had the balls to try and do it. And maybe if you had just a little bit of common sense, you can make it rock. So that's what I have to say. I mean, the whole series, it went from classic to just start dwindling down, and then we have moments of light in the whole series. Moments of light that came after Halloween 2. I mean, you can't say that it sucked. It was decent. It was good. Was Halloween 4 and then Halloween H2O. And then finally, we get this, which was awesome. My thoughts on the series as a whole is that I love it. It's my favorite series because I feel like it has something really unique. Especially with I don't know. Because out of every horror movie I watched when I was a kid, this was the one that scared me the most. And this is why I love the series. Because it just holds such a dear thing in my heart. Because I remember watching this with my parents and my family. So, it's awesome. I mean, am I concerned about the series and where it's going to go? Yeah, sure I am. I mean, I think anybody who's a fan is. And it had a lot of rough times and it became a joke for a while. But I really like the fact that it came back with some integrity. I mean, I know the whole Hobo Michael Myers isn't exactly the greatest thing, but I liked it. The series as a whole, I feel like is a classic series, and if it's toyed with in the right way, it can be done in the right manner. And I feel like they shouldn't lose Scout Taylor Compton because that's the biggest thing they have going for it. If they go for another bitch, it's not gonna work. I really don't. Because if they lose her, then who the fuck is there to work with? I mean, you're gonna have some CW bitch, and it's all gonna go to hell. So big hopes for Scout in this one. I mean, because honestly, what is it gonna be without Scout? I mean, she understands the character. She's been there. Amazing job in scenes in this unrated version. That's all I have to say. I mean, I'm pretty speechless when it comes to this series because right now it's like facing execution because Halloween 3D is coming. And I think it's some French guys, so that's never a good sign because Halloween 5 proves that. So comment, rate, and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed my comments and my thoughts. And I will be back next week with some stuff.